What's up, everyone? This is Joe, the 50-something Dasher, with another daily recap here. This is Friday, January 17th, 2025. And I apologize ahead of time for my last couple of videos and the next however many videos going forward. I apologize for the coughing. If it gets too bad, in certain videos, I'll edit it out. But otherwise, it just depends how much I cough through a video. But um, anyway, long story short on that, I go through these spells of a few months at a time where I'll just cough all the time. And then I won't for several months or a year, and then I start coughing again. It's kind of aggravating, but it's the way I'm wired, and I'm used to it, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So it is what it is. Anyway, sorry for rambling about coughing. Um, Started early. I forget what time I actually logged in this morning, but I went ahead and took my first offer, an Uber offer, 786, 4.5 miles McDonald's. So, um, little bit concerned about taking an order this early in the morning for McDonald's. Is the lobby going to be open or isn't it? But I, getting there after 6 o'clock, I thought it probably would be open, and it was. So no issues here. Uh, this actually delivered to a blind guy, and I've delivered a couple times in the past to blind people. Always, of course, happy to do it. And I had to make sure to kind of like put the sack like in their hands for them to take it. And then he asked me if everything was in the sack, and I was like, well, you know, once in a while I have to remind these customers, like, well, McDonald's seals their sacks, and we're not supposed to look in them. So, and he was understanding about it. Um, so that was at 5:57. Deliver that at 6:14. So that just took 17 minutes to make the 786 coming from home. So off to a okay start, I guess. And then I get this. This is the first of three times that I get this TJ's offer. So it starts out at $7.53, 11 miles. And looks like this is going near like downtown, or maybe a little bit to the west of downtown, it looks like, but decline. Okay, and then was it, so that was it, that was 753. Okay, then I get, I mean, no explanation needed. $3, 5 miles speedway going to the hilltop. I mean, come on. That's about as an instant of decline as you can possibly get. Okay, so there's the TJs. So 6 minutes later, I get it again, and they've only added 50 cents, which normally they add more than that. Um, so there's the, so 614. It was 753. I declined it at $7.53. Declined it at 803. And so there it is again. There's the third one. Five. It seems like 5 minutes at a time. And that, so the first time they just added 50 cents, and now they add a dollar. They added $1.43 on that second time, and you see on the third offer now it's no longer exclusive. So, but I'm sure somebody else probably took it at that amount, but it wasn't going to be me. But it's still not a good offer, I don't think. That would have needed to be like, uh, I don't even know if I would have done that for like maybe 14 bucks, maybe. But even that's doubtful. So let's close these out. So it's 6:25. That's the last of the TJs. 10 minutes later, and here I'm at this point, I'm sitting in the Meijer parking lot waiting on my next order. And I get this kind of similar to yesterday's stacked Walmart, $20 again. Um, but this time the customers aren't close together. One is near the store, and then the other customer is down in Mississippi. And I just not doing this. um, and another thing too is I've mentioned this before, but I kind of have an issue with why are these orders coming across so early? Like Walmart, I've talked about this. They don't start giving out orders until 7 o'clock. I'm at most 10 minutes away from the Walmart, if it even would take me 10 minutes. So if I immediately accepted this, start heading to Walmart, okay, I'm going to get there at 6:45 and guaranteed to sit there 15 minutes. And that's the shortest possible wait. It could end up being 20 or 30 minutes. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why you would send these offers out so early. Um, and So decline. And I should back up. Just before that, I got some kind of that $20 was exclusive. Just before that, I got another one that wasn't exclusive. I forget how it was a Walmart order, but I didn't screenshot it, so I forget how much it paid, and I think it was just a single delivery. Then I'm still waiting on an order, and I go into in the app my opportunities tab, and I see this $26 Walmart, and it's like not too many miles, and it was only is it on this screen? Yeah, at the bottom of this screenshot, 9 things to shop for, 14 items. It seemed like a good order, and so I clicked on, to accept it, and I came to this screen right here where I think this is maybe the first time I've seen this on Uber, where this is actually a delivery that was scheduled out in advance. So it has a scheduled drop off time of noon, and we're only at 6:40 in the morning. Um, I did my very first Walmart orders were kind of like this, but it wasn't over 5 hours in advance. It was maybe just like an hour or hour, 2 hours, but not 5 hours. So it's too bad that I couldn't have done this order, or I would have, but I today I wasn't going to commit to a an order delivering at like noon, because I was wanting to be done working by like 11. So I could, even though it's like I said, it looks like a good offer and $26, but I wasn't gonna commit to something like that. So, and still no other, like, no, where's the Meyer orders on DoorDash? I didn't get them, you know, all day yesterday, and then here you see this morning, and Meyer opens at 6. A lot of times I'll get something right when they open, and we're at 6:42 now. And where's what happened to the Meyer orders on DoorDash? Okay, next screenshot. Here we go. I finally get a DoorDash Meyer offer. It seems like a century ago since my last one, but really not. But so like 6 minutes later, it's 6:48, but I decline this. Yeah, I finally got one, but not one that I'm gonna take. 14.50. going east of downtown. Yeah, it's only 6 items, but I'm not doing this and going to that area of Columbus for just 14 bucks. So unfortunately, I had to reluctantly decline that. But check it out. Next screenshot. Yeah, I just sat there 5 minutes and look at this. I get a Meyer shopping order now on Uber that's a lot better. So it's like $2.45 less, but it's only one item to shop for, and what is this? Over like 7.5 miles less. So yeah, that's more of what I was looking for. So the 5 minute wait paid off, and I get something much better. Um, and so I know what you're thinking. I know your guys' minds is in the gutter, and you're thinking this one item it's got to be a pregnancy test, right? It's got to be. The suspense here. Take a look at the next screenshot. A gallon of milk. I've absolutely, I can do this. I can pick up a gallon of milk and run it 5 miles down the road for 12 bucks. Y'all, give me those every day, all day. Y'all take it. Um, so, and then I get, now this is before I dropped off. I get this little $4.50 Starbucks order. Not messing around with this. And then I get a, now this one I take. So it's 7:07. I'm just a couple minutes away from the milk customer, and I think I actually had just pulled into the housing community, and I get this offer. Um, and I was like, well, $11, 10 miles, Starbucks. Let's go ahead and take this. And that way I know that I don't have to wait for another order. This isn't a great offer, but still the miles to money matches technically, even though the customer is going to put me kind of a little bit outside his zone, but that's okay. I just went ahead and took this so I could drop off the milk and immediately be on my next order. Um, and then so there's the drop off. 3 minutes later, the milk dropped off at 7:10. So that took just 17 minutes to make the 12 bucks. So easy. And now I'm off to Starbucks. And now the only issue with the Starbucks is, okay, so I picked this up, and GPS. Now let's pull back up this screenshot. Look at you can see where there's a Starbucks, and then the kind of like the direct shot route to the customer. Yeah, on this map it looks like a direct shot. Okay, but look at these. Look at, like, right here. Look at that bend in the road there. This bend, that bend, this little bend, that bend in the road, this bend. And I didn't pay attention. Obviously, I wasn't concerned about it. Whichever route this was taking me, I wasn't concerned. Okay, but it took me the tiny country road route that still was never plowed from all the snowfall from like over a week ago, and the tight turns, dangerous, barely enough room for two cars to kind of get past each other on on the road. Very hazardous, very dangerous. Um, I had to go, even though normally on those country roads you can just kind of fly through there, 55, 60 plus mile an hour or whatever. In some parts where it wasn't plowed, I had to go like 35, 40. It was treacherous getting to the customer, but I made it, and I dropped this order off as hand to customer. I handed it to their kid. Um, this I right as I was closing in on the customer, I got another Starbucks, but I declined this. Um, $8 for 9 miles. So here is I dropped off at 7:37. So it took me just a half hour, and I made $11.09. So I mean, that was good from that standpoint. And the drive back to zone was completely different, because once I was at the customer and pulled up my map and the different options of getting back to zone, I chose an option that was two straight roads, 55 miles an hour, plowed, and no problem at all getting back. So had I known exactly where the customer was, and and that type of thing, I wouldn't have took the way that I took from the Starbucks. But it is what it is. And then this was a decline, and just didn't want to go out to Groveport for $18. I just had a kind of a longer drive back into zone, and this was going to be an even longer trip back into zone. So I took this. Just a minute or so later, I get this offer. This is better. Okay, so it's picking up and delivering in zone. um, dollar per mile match, 944, 9.3 miles. And it's mainly the mileage there is because you see on the map how far I am away from the Chick-fil-A. So that's where a lot of the mileage is. And so I was okay with this being high mileage because I got to drive like, 5 miles or whatever to get back into zone anyway. So went ahead and took this. This delivered to a like a pet grooming place in my zone at 8:13. So this was 29 minutes. Um, yeah, for the $9. So not too great, but not horrible. um, Not doing a $5 order driving 10 miles for Lowe's. Now, as bad as this one looks, I think it's the next screenshot here is even like worse than this. Check it out. This is like 4 cents less, $5, 2 cents for 19 miles. That's almost like, 25 cents a mile here for this order. I mean, geez. And delivering to, I'd have to go north to get the Lowe's and then drive clear down to Orient for $5. I mean, gosh. I went ahead and took this. My first DoorDash order. I had turned it off 2 or 3 times. When I got these Uber offers. So I started out with the 4 Uber deliveries, and then so it was all Uber to start with, and then starting at 8:15, the rest of my day was DoorDash. So 750, 2.5 miles, only 4 items. was a little bit concerned because this is the Dollar General location that I had the signal issues. So I got to Dollar General, got parked, took a screenshot of the items here, diapers and wipes. I and looking at this screenshot now and paying attention to this now for the first time, which is, shameful, but I just completely did not pay attention to that 1.8 ounces on the sandwich crackers, and I'll get to that here in a second. And the Nutty Buddies. So took this screenshot and then immediately set my stopwatch, because if I was going to walk in that store and have no signal and couldn't do this order, then I'm, waiting my 10 minutes at the store and then penalty free dropping this with a explanation. So I'm in the store shopping, and this is the first time I've ever seen this. I see not just the picture of the item, but also this shelf picture you see here, taken by a previous dasher on October 19th. And then I didn't see this right away. I just paid attention to that shelf picture. At the time, I did not pay attention to this add location button. At least not on the Nutty Buddies. I didn't. But that's that was something new I hadn't seen before. And Dollar General is one of my stores where there's no aisle locations or anything for any of the items. So Giant Eagle used to be like that, but fortunately they updated it. So now Meijer has locations, Giant Eagle has locations, with Target that they have aisle locations. Out of all of them on DoorDash, for me in my market, Meijer is the best, because it now not only gives you the aisle number, but also the section number and the actual shelf position. And some of these other ones are just the aisle. But anyway, I found the Nutty Buddies okay. And and I wish I would have took like more screenshots of this, but I didn't. But okay, so going back to the shopping list here, these cheese and peanut butter crackers I couldn't find. I went down a couple of the different snack aisles. I couldn't find it. So I asked the cashier, and she wasn't real sure. She's like, "Did you check there? Did you check there? What about right here on the other side of the cash register?" And I was like, "Oh no, I didn't." And I start to look, and I found them. I was not, like I said, I didn't look. If I would have seen that 1.8 ounce, I would have realized then that it was an individual package. I was thinking from like the snack aisles, a pack of these things is what I was thinking, and but anyway, again, it had now for the crackers. Where's that other screenshot? So on the crackers, it did not have the like a shelf picture, but that add location button was there. So I told the cashier, "Oh, I'm gonna, what is this location right here? I'm gonna add this in for dashers going forward." And she said, it would just be considered the checkout lane." And so I click on that button, and then you see I should have took a screenshot of it, but you see like aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it had like choices for like 20 different aisles, but that did not have an aisle number. But there was a search box at the top. So I typed in checkout and hit search, and then like 5 or 6 options pulled up for checkout. And the cashier told me to select. She was able to see my phone and looked at the options, and she's like, select the checkout line. And so I selected that. Now it didn't ask me for like a picture, like this example, but I was able to select checkout line and submit. And but it, you know, I highly doubt that from Meyer and Giant Eagle and these places, I highly doubt that the dashers are the ones updating all these aisle and shelf location position numbers. I think that's probably coming from the stores themselves. And why Dollar General can't be helpful like that? Well, why does it have to be the dashers inputting the information? But hopefully more dashers do what I just did, and then the next time somebody else gets that same item, the location will be there, and hopefully, like again, it kind of sucks that we have to do it, but hopefully the dashers do it, and it'll help. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. um, and then that delivered at 8:34, so that took me 19 minutes for the 750. So I guess that's okay. $3.50 from DoorDash, $4 tip. What's next here? And then I took this 1750, 11 miles. Yeah, it's going out east, but it's 1750. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Only 6 items to shop. Pretty easy shopping list. The both cough drops and the shower tablets, all three of those things were in one aisle. I just go to HBC, go to that one aisle, get those three things, walk down a few more aisles, get the air sanitizer, and then those other two things were, all this was easy to shop. The Target before like 9 a.m. They don't open their self checkouts until I think it's 9, and they'll only have one register with a cashier. It's so aggravating. And of course, there was a line. There was a line when I first walked in there, and then when I finished my shopping and headed up there, there was a line when I got up there. It's just ridiculous. And so this took me 8 minutes to shop. So I was taking these screenshots because in case that I was going to have to drop the order because of long wait time at the checkout. So 8 minutes to shop this. Then I approached the self checkout and I set my stopwatch soon as I got into that line, and I was checked out, paid for, and everything ready to go in 5.5 minutes. So it wasn't too bad. So 9 o'clock, I get out of Target and deliver that at 9:19. So what is that? 20. What's 26 plus 19? Like 47 minutes. Is that right? 47 minutes to make 1750. That works for me. And I do have to come back into zone, but that's okay. This next, so that's at 9:19, and yeah, I'm not back in zone yet. When I get my last order of the morning, 975 for 13 miles, PetSmart, one item. I went ahead and took it's upside down on miles, but that's because you see my pin position there. I'm still not close to being back in zone. So you about I had, I don't know, another 6 miles left to drive or whatever. So if you shave those off of that total mileage, this order makes sense then. So I went ahead and took this. It was funny, as soon as I accepted it, and I was going like, 55 mile an hour or whatever I was going on the state route. As soon as I accepted that, GPS had me turning right on a street that I was like passing, like right as I accepted that. I mean, yeah, some other dasher would have just slammed on the brakes and tried to make that turn at that rate of speed. It could have been like a serious accident, but I'm not. No, I'm not that type of driver or whatever. There's no way. I just kept going and, had it reroute me. And I probably wouldn't have wanted, the way it was wanting to take me, I wouldn't have wanted to go that way anyway. So, but anyway. And we know this isn't going to be a pregnancy test because it's PetSmart. Okay, so I get to PetSmart. It just took me 11 minutes to get there, and so a bag of dog food, so 30-pound bag of dog food. That's it. Um, and oh, yesterday's video, I showed the picture of the and with those stickers and the back seat floor of my car and how I haven't had any reason to use it. Well, I finally got a chance to use a sticker. I set myself up for today on that when I mentioned that in yesterday's video. This was a tax exempt order, so the receipt needed to stay with the customer, and so here you go. Next screenshot, there's the bag of dog food in my trunk. Use one of my stickers and so I could secure the receipt to the bag. Only there are a couple other things, like a couple times in the past I'd ask the cashier if they have a piece of like scotch tape, and I've done it that way before. And another thing I've done a couple times is, this is a heavy bag of dog food, so if it's not a good idea now in the wintertime with the snow on the ground and snow melting. But like when it's dry, it's summertime or whatever, I'll just set the bag of dog food on top of the receipt, and where the receipt is showing, where the customer will see it when they open the door. I've done that sometimes. Drop that off at 10 o'clock on the nose. So 31 minutes, 9.75. That works. And 6.75 from DoorDash, $3 tip. Now at this point, and this delivered practically next door to one of my wife and I's favorite places to eat, Eat Greek Express. And if it hadn't have been 10 o'clock in the morning, if it was a little bit later, I would immediately drop that off and just immediately went over to Eat Greek and placed my order. But yeah, it's just, it was too early for that. So I decided to, we had I wanted to stop early today because we had a package being delivered. Well, I shouldn't call it a package. It's a 133-pound monster delivered. We ordered a one of those like TV stands that has like the fireplace in it, that like the digital like fire flames, but it still produces heat. One of those things. So we had that coming today. So I wanted to get lunch around 11 o'clock range. That's when I wanted to be done, and then thinking that would deliver in the afternoon sometime. Here at this point at 10 o'clock, I went ahead and headed home. And if if I didn't get any orders, then I just log off when I got home. And I did not get any orders or offers, and got home at 10:13. And this actually worked out because and then I logged off, came inside, um, and I was downloading these screenshots and everything and putting my numbers into my spreadsheets, my pay and all my information for today into my spreadsheets. And I was only in here for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and the stand delivered. So it was actually a good thing that I didn't get any more orders and logged out. That timed out really well. So it was DoorDash was you see here the 3 for 34. Uber was oh, and I did get the tips on. I forgot to give the pay breakdown on all four of those Uber orders, but I did get all those tips. And they all had a tip with them. The lowest tip was that milk order from Meyer. That was only a $3 tip, and then the highest one was the that Starbucks, that hazardous road delivery. That's a $7.23 tip. Four Uber deliveries for $40.44. So all total today, seven deliveries for $75.19. I went over on mileage. It's been a while since I've went over, but 82 miles. Um, but it is what it is. Um, Now at 3,506 lifetime DoorDash deliveries, 88 lifetime Uber deliveries. One final screenshot here. I normally don't pay much attention to these. I normally just kind of close it out. But this driver insight screen, I got a kick out of this today, and it said I didn't hard brake at all today, and it said I had 10 rapid accelerations, and it really cracks me up when I see for me, when I see these rapid accelerations, because I'm sure I probably talked about it before in my videos, but I drive a standard transmission or stick shift, whatever preference you want to use here. But folks, I can't rapid accelerate. I drive a stick shift, and I don't do crazy shit. I don't floor my car when it's in first gear and 10,000 RPMs. I don't skip gears. I don't try to grind gears. I'm that's why my previous I've driven a Hyundai Accent has been my last car and this current car. Same car I've had since 2008. So I got an '08 Accent, and I drove that car. I don't drive my cars rough. That's why they last me so long. So I had that '08 until 2020. And then my current car, Hyundai Accent, got that in 2020. This car is probably going to last me, at least 8, 10 years, whatever, or more. The other one was 12 years. So I don't drive, and I brake differently than a lot of people. I don't even think I even had to change the brake, or maybe once. Did I even change the brake pads in the last car? I might not have even had to. I don't wear out my brakes. But anyway, the point I'm getting at is I don't know what they're considering to be rapid acceleration here. I don't know. Because if you compare me to all you guys out there that drive the minivans and the SUVs, you know, the 95-mile-an-hour drivers. Okay, so when you have me, the 50 something dasher, in one lane on a 4 lane, stopped at a traffic light, and your typical minivan driver, and that light turns green, okay, the most of you guys is going to be a quarter of a mile ahead of me before I can even get my car into third gear. And so, so again, I don't know what they consider to be rapid acceleration. If it's 10 times for me, Jesus, how many rapid accelerate? I want to see some screenshots from some other dashers. Screenshot your driver insight page because I want to see it. There's some of you guys that are like the 95-mile-an-hour drivers on the interstate. My gosh, it probably says like for your average like 2 hour long dash, you guys, but that probably says like 150 times on freaking rapid acceleration. I was too bad my channel doesn't have more subscribers and more popular or what, because I would really want to see some screenshots of other driver insights to compare to. But anyway, enough about that. That is it for now. I gotta put this TV stand together now. Wish me luck. Hopefully, I don't, break my back or anything. We'll see. But that's all I have for now, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks to my new subscribers. Hope to get some more subscribers soon. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, especially on these roads that aren't plowed yet. And it's going to be a while before some places get warmed up. It's still snow on the ground. Drive safe. We'll catch you next time. Thanks again.